Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the ServiceMonster Show. Today is Monday, March 27th, 2017. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about the ServiceMonster 6 updates we've got coming, the new office space we just acquired, and Facebook opens up GIF support. Kinda. This week on social media. So let's talk about groups for a second. I participate in groups for obviously two reasons. First, I'm not going to be altruistic about it. We are trying to build a business, and you need clients to do that. And the core demographic that we have, we go hang out in groups that you guys are a part of. So that part's no secret. The part that seems to be eluding some people is you can do that and not have an agenda about it. That you can actually provide help and even gather people together that can help, even if they're competitors or even if you don't necessarily like their point of view. As long as they're giving quality advice, then you just have to understand that advice can come in many different flavors. Here's the root. I was part of a group over the weekend, and I have been actively participating in this group for a few months, providing advice, answering questions, having debate. I found recently all of my comments were getting deleted, and it turns out the person who runs the group, I thought, and they still could be, I don't want to necessarily talk bad about the individual or the group itself, but when your agenda overshadows your purpose, you're there to provide help and support. You're not there exclusively to gain attention to sell. That is the wrong way to approach. It's a very subtle difference, but one is trying to make money, and the other one is using your passions to help other people. And when you do that, the money will come. Two very different points of view, very subtle in the business world, but very, very important to understand if you want to scale beyond just a few hundred people that you can kind of not necessarily con, but certainly lead at the exclusion of advice from others. ServiceMonster webinars transitioning from 5 to 6 are still going strong, so you can still sign up for those. Check the show notes below and reserve your spot this week. Facebook adds support for GIFs, which is kind of exciting. Might seem a little annoying, but right now they're only adding it to comment support. So you can add an animated GIF to a comment. You can't post it on your main page. I think they're finally testing. For a long time, they were resistant to this. They did not want to support GIFs. I'm not 100% sure on the reason, although I can imagine if I'm scrolling through my feed and everybody in the world is posting these little GIF things, it could get old really fast. And also marketers and advertisers will certainly use it. I know I'm going to when it's available in the ad spectrum, because it gives us 3-second loop to catch your attention, which is really kind of a cool thing. So look out for that and the progression Facebook makes and seeing how much they're actually going to bend on this. This week at ServiceMonster. Our office space, we just increased our office space from a little over 6,000 square feet to 10,000 square feet. Some of you may have seen the video I did a few months back where I was cluing you into a social media hack, essentially, which is document, don't create. The very first episode of the Ask ServiceMonster show, we covered that topic. If you're interested, you can go watch that. But we got the space that I featured in that video. So an additional 4,800 square foot, all open. And we're gonna move one of the shows to that area after we kind of design the room. We're gonna go through a month of cleanup or so, but I wanted to let you guys know that that deal actually came through. We got a screaming deal, the original one that I wanted, which is exciting for us because, it's easy for us to turn that deal away, but at the same time, it was certainly nice to have. So I'm glad the owner saw the value that we were providing and we were able to come to an agreement. The other thing I want to chat about real quick that I think some of you will find interesting, especially on our more epic journey. For the last, not quite year, maybe 8 months, I've been receiving on a regular basis emails from investment firms. Looking to kind of take a peek under the hood to see if there was any interest in them buying some equity share within ServiceMonster. First of all, I got to say, totally uninterested personally. We're at the base of our hockey stick growth. It would be very silly for any of us to sell now, but we do have 5 business partners. To make sure that I'm fair to them, I have to move the conversation forward, and being brutally honest and upfront about our numbers and where we're at has been such an easy way to weed most of these guys out, that they wouldn't really want to do business with us anyways. Our valuation in our own mind is probably much higher than they would want to spend, so it makes it real easy for all of us to just say no thanks and move on. But the whole deal is interesting, and every once in a while we'll talk to one or two companies that have real interest, and those conversations are always fascinating to me. So anyways, obviously if anything big like that were to happen, we'd let you know, but we'd have to be quiet about it if the deals were starting to get serious. Right now, I don't really see any long-term serious deals, although the conversations are getting very interesting. ServiceMonster 6 updates. This week, ServiceMonster 6, we're kicking out an update. It's either going to be at the end of the day today or tomorrow, Wednesday at the latest, depending on if the QA team digs their heels in, which is great. You guys want them to do that. It means they found an issue they thought was big enough to hold the team up while the engineers get it fixed. One of the features we implemented was reworking the drip campaigns. A few people were finding it a little confusing, and so we're being more vocal in the app about what's going to happen. So pay attention to that kind of stuff. I know a couple of our clients have set up drip campaigns where it was sending the same email to clients every single day. So you want to be really careful. It's a wicked powerful tool set, and you can shoot yourselves in the foot pretty easy. We're also allowing 0 line item quantities. Not sure how that got missed, but that has now been added and replaced. One of the users on Smug pointed out that a global or grid search on a special character was causing an error. So that has been addressed as well. That's kind of a rookie coding mistake. I'm surprised we didn't catch it, but I know those search engine algorithms have been rebuilt several times. I'm pretty positive it was introduced, it wasn't in there natively, so sorry about that, and now it's fixed. Back by popular demand, line item quick add. So I took this feature out myself. I didn't think you guys needed it. Apparently you liked it, so it's back in. So take a look at that in this next release. Updates on Mobile 3. So we'll be kicking out an APK soon. That means iOS and Android users probably have it somewhere by the end of the week. I think it'll be made available to you. And a handful of features we addressed there, handful of bugs that I noticed that kind of made the app feel glitchy after a certain point. If you hit a certain area of the app and then from there went and played with it, things weren't behaving quite right. So root issue, easy to fix, but caused all kinds of little weirdness problems for you in the field. One of the big ones obviously is promotions. Someone on Smug pointed out that they were only showing one page and they gave you no ability to page them. So now they're just dumping the whole list at you at one time. Should be pretty easy to select the promotion you're looking for. These are the promotions you're looking for. That's pretty much Run the Gambit, guys. Thank you so much for paying attention. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, sign up for the demo, call us.